In this video, we will create a story based on the live connections we have created for our DataSphere tenant. We are at the home page of SAP Analytics Cloud. On the home page, select Stories and then create new responsive page story. We will create story using the optimized design experience that has provided a lot of performance improvement features as well as the unified story experience. So we will select the option optimized design experience and we will click on create. The system provides us the responsive page with a left side panel displayed. From the left hand side panel, we can insert different widgets in our story, and we can use the right hand panel to configure, format the widgets that we have introduced. First of all, we need to select the data source for our story, and in our case, we have created analytic model in SAP DataSphere that we want to consume in this story. So from the tools data, we select data from an existing dataset or model. Here we can see that we have created the connection SAP DataSphere demo. So we will select that connection. We created our analytic model in the dev space. So I select the space over here and we have our analytic model book sales AM. So we select our analytic model. Now all the measures and dimensions that we have defined in our analytic model are available in our story. First, let's select title. Let's give title to our story. So we can call it as bookshop sales overview. And let's expand this one to the end of the page. Let's have a left or a bottom border for this particular text. We can use the formatting options available over here. We can select the type of the text. Maybe we can say that we would like to have it a size of say 24. We would like to have it in bold, and maybe the color of our text would be this one. We would like to have a bottom border for our text. So let's select a bottom border, and maybe we would like to have black as our color line over here. So I can select the color line as black for the border, and maybe line width as 3. So we have created the title first for our story. We want to show two KPIs. What is the net sales in terms of revenue, in terms of dollar or euro values, and how much quantities we are selling. So let's introduce a chart first in our story, and we can configure the chart over here. Let's select the measure, suppose net amount, and we would also like to show this as a KPI. So here we are selecting it as a numeric type. We are interested to show the data only for last 2 years. So we select the filter. In SAP DataSphere, we have associated our order date with the time dimension. So we can utilize the time hierarchy available over here. So we can say that I would like to select the data for last 2 years. And here we can see we have the data from 2021 to 2023. Again, here for formatting, maybe this value is quite big. So we would like to show the scale of this as auto formatted. So the system will take care of in which format, whether it should be in 1000, billions or millions, it should display. And then maybe we would like to show this value in 0 decimal places. In terms of text, suppose all the text needs to be black. We want to highlight the chart title, so we will make it bold. And now we will say what we want to display. So if I go over here, we can select what to show and hide. So in this case, so we will right click, we will select show hide. And then the show hide, we can say that we would like to have chart title. The subtitle is showing us what is the scale. We want to show the primary values. We are not interested in primary values label. We do not have any secondary values. So we remove that. And here we can say the title as book sales and just reformat it here. Also this 1000 we don't want, so we will go again over here in the show hide the primary values. We can again go to the formatting option and we can remove the show scale because we have already got that from the subtitle. Now let's copy this configuration and create another type, and let's call it as sales volume, and we select the measure as quantities. Now to differentiate the KPIs from the detail analysis, let's introduce a separation. So you can go to add others. Let's take ships and you can take a line over here. Let's bring that line down over here and we can format the line. Let's till the end. Again, we can format the line. We can say, okay, we would like to have the output width maybe up to 15 and the line color we can change it to gray and or maybe something lighter. So we can click here and we can select the color like this. Now let's introduce few more charts so that we can do some detail analysis. So again, we can put a chart over here. Let's find out our top 10 authors. So again, I select net amount over here. We would like to do the analysis by authors. So expand the book ID dimension. We have the author name attribute selected over there. So select the author name. Also, we are only interested in last 2 years. So add a filter on order date. Again, we select order date range. And we can say current year, look back to previous year. We also select data up to current, and now here we can see from January 2021 to September 2023, the date range is selected. Select OK. And we are interested in top 10 authors. So go to rank, all dimensions, and maybe top N or top 5 authors. So we can select top 5 authors over here. We call it here. Similarly, we will format this again in the formatting options. We can go back. We can select all text in black. Like to have chart title bold. So we have created a chart by book sales by top 5 authors. Let's copy this again and then we create book sales by top 5 books. So here the measure remains the same. We will remove this. We will add a dimension. Here it will be book title. And same, we are interested again only in top 5 books. I will remove this. I will just say top 5 books. We would like to make an interactive dashboard. So suppose if we want to find out top 5 books of the author that we have selected over here, we can do that doing the linked analysis functionality. So just choose the context menu over here, say more options, linked analysis, settings. We can say only selected widgets in this one, and we can say here select widgets. In this case, we would like to do book sales by top 5 books. So select this and filter data on data point selection. We can select over here. Similarly, this also we would like to link to the top 5 authors. So we can, if we want, we can also do that link from here. So again, more options, linked analysis, settings, only selected widgets, select widgets over here, and we can say book sales by top 5 authors. Let's introduce one more separation over here, and we can copy separation again here. Now let's have a look at the trend. So copy the text, and we can say sales trend. Again, let's expand the title. Introduce a new chart. Let's select the measures as order quantity, and then dimension as order date. We are interested only in last 2 years, so select by range, and we can have a filter to look back at 2 years. Consider the current month as well, up to current time interval, and click on OK. Here we have used the hierarchy. Now we can say up to what level of the hierarchy we are interested in. So we can select level 3, and then rather than a bar or column chart, we will introduce it. We will make it a line chart. So now let's expand this chart. We would like to say find out what is the average sales and in which month we have performed poorly. To do that, we can just go to add, more options, add, and we can say add a reference line. In the reference line, we would like to have a dynamic configuration. We select over here order quantity, and then we can say anything below that we would like to highlight it with pink, and we can say done. And this way we can find out in which month we have performed below average. Let's introduce a new page now. So we can click over here, we can say add a new responsive page, and in the new responsive page, let's insert a table. In the table, we are interested in both quantities and measure, so select order quantity and net amount. We would like to see data by book title, so expand this book title, and then we are also interested in the author name. We got our table by author name and also by book title, how much quantity we have sold and what is our net revenue from that particular sales transaction. We would like to rename this page. So on page 1, click on edit title, and we can call our first page as overview, and we will rename our second page maybe as sales table. Now click on save. To save this story, you can create a new folder by clicking on create a new folder. We can call it as demo sales overview as our, or we can call it as demo sales in this case, and we can say DSP stories. Click on save. We will select the folder and we can call it as bookshop sales 360 and save the story. So the story is saved. We have 2 pages for the story. In the first page, we show the overview, and in the second page, we show the detailed transactions.